Hey everyone, welcome back. Today you're going to learn how to assemble your model rocket, animate your model rocket, and create an exploded view of your model rocket. And when we start an assembly, the first thing you want to do is go ahead and save the file here. So we're going to go ahead and call this model rocket assembly. Go ahead and select save. And once it's saved, we can go ahead and start inserting parts. So I'm going to right click on my body tube here, and I'm going to go ahead and insert into current design. And then that's fine where it's at. And then let's kind of move it around so it looks like that. And the next thing we want to do is always ground a part. And I like to ground the biggest part that we're going to sort of work around. So I'm going to go ahead and select ground. Now it cannot move. It's sort of locked in place. All right, next thing we want to do is go ahead and start adding more parts. So I'm going to do my nose cone, right click, insert into current design. Okay, and let's move this guy all the way up. Like that. Like that. Hit OK. Now we're going to create a joint between this circle right here. Let me see here. Right there and right there. Okay, select OK. Looks pretty good. All right, now that we got our nose cone on, let's go ahead now and do our fin base here. So I'm going to right click, insert into current design. And wow, it almost popped in right into place. So I'm going to move it down a little bit, hit OK. And when we go to assemble it, once again, select joint, go to assemble, select joint. We want a rigid joint. And I know that this circle right here wants to mate with that circle right there. And we're good. Go ahead and select OK. Okay, so we got our everything on there. Okay, looking pretty good. And now that that's all assembled, the last thing we got to do is to assemble our rocket engine. So I'm going to right click, insert into current design. I'm going to move it down here and select OK. And then I'm going to go ahead once again and do yet another joint with the rigid constraint. I know that guy wants to mate with that guy, but I don't want it all the way in there. I want it just out, just maybe a hair. In fact, one of the things we can check is to make sure it's sitting right below this guy because we don't want it too high, right? So that looks about right. Okay. All right, so that's done. Go ahead and select OK. All right, go ahead and save it when it's all done. Once our rocket is completely assembled, now let's go ahead and animate it. But first, okay, I'm going to come over to these joints and I'm going to turn off the visibility of them so we can't see them. Now let's come up to, let me move this over here. Now let's come up here to animation. Okay, and let's go ahead and pull the cap off here. We'll go 1 inch. And then we'll take the engine out here. And we'll just say -5. And then we will do that guy, the fin rocket base here. And we'll say -1.5. Okay, it looks pretty good. Now let's go ahead and animate him. Looks pretty good. All right, go ahead and save it. And now let's go ahead and create an exploded view. And to create an exploded view, we're going to come on over here to drawing from not design but animation, and we want to select sheet size A, 11 inches by 8.5 inches. Select OK. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and place this guy. I want to scale it though and make it a little bit bigger. Okay, something like that. Let's give it some color. Hit OK. I'm going to delete the title block. Now I want to bring in, let's see, a good 3D view here. That's not bad. Maybe, there we go. Place that like right there. Select OK. Oh, and you know what? Let's give it some color, and I'm going to make it just a little bit bigger. There we go. Now let's give it some balloons and a parts list. So I'm going to click there, and then I'm just going to drop it on down right here. I'm going to edit this guy because I don't want description, and I do want mass. Okay, how much each part weighs. I want material here. Looks good. I'm going to go ahead and close that guy. And now I'm going to kind of clean up my balloons here, make them all parallel, because it's just good practice to make them all look nice. All right, and there's a nice exploded view of your rocket. When you're all done, don't forget to save your work. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.